with the Gateway Arch welcoming us in the background to look at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. And before we close in on first pitch, a look at the starting lineups here for the finale. Chris Miller. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle, and that's through into center field, base hit. And the opening salvo is fired here as they take a 1-0 lead.
And after getting shut out the last time they took the field, they didn't wait too long to get on the board here, and that's going to make it a 1-0 lead. They're off and running here in the very first inning.
Chris Miller. And he puts a pretty good jolt into this one, high and deep to center. And Jay will take this one in, and the inning is over. The pitch. Now a fastball that swung on and lifted down the left field line. Miller moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning. Chris Miller will step in now to lead.
Hey, you need a strikeout right here. Hey, like you can up there, kid, huh?
Now here's a ground ball that'll get by the mound and into center field for a leadoff single.
No runner, no runner. Hold it right there, hold it.
A good job.
Chris.
Something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? Bonifacio. And the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily.
Yep.
Here he comes on 2-1. And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. Around third and being waved on home. And he is in to score as well. A big hit here late on, and it's broken our tie game and given him a 2-run lead. Chris Miller. Now a check swing here, and no swing, says the home plate umpire. Swing hard liner to left center. Dives and makes a spectacular catch for the third out of the inning as he might have saved a couple of runs right there. One more look at the full extension catch that strands two men on the base paths.
Fourth in the live ball era. Goodness gracious, what a night.
Tie game in the ninth. Jay grounds one.
Nighttime skies over Wrigley Field on the north side of Chicago. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. Baseball. Here's Beckett's 0-2 pitch. In the air to left. Miller comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
Yeah, that's just...
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Desmond is right there, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it. Chris Miller.
Coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
And this is in the air now, out to left. Blunt is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. Chris Miller. Runner not going anywhere at second. Now the pitch. Now a fastball, and he might have gotten under it just a bit as this is out toward deep right field. Harper retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. And he's right on the fastball there as this is hit pretty well out towards deep left. Miller has to range back a ways, but he makes the catch in front of the ivy for out number 2.
This is a guy...
Chris Miller will be tasked now with...
I'm not sure he's thrown a bad slider tonight. Every one of them has had a ton of movement.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Fourth hit of the ball game, but this is one of the better swings they've had all game long, and winds up going for a double.
Short lead from second, now the pitch. Swing and a liner towards second. Oh, but he robs him on a super diving catch. And he'll flip onto second to complete the double play.
Well, this is just a tough spot to be in as a runner at second base. You want to get a good jump off of second base and try to score on a base hit. but you have to be ready for any line drive that might get caught.
1,000 hits, he does it in the first inning, and the Yankees come out of the dugout to congratulate him for a great achievement. In Japanese, David.
It's been 100 years of baseball and counting at this place, and the charm hasn't faded a bit at venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. And before we get on with things here this evening, a look at the two starting lineups we'll see featured tonight. Chris Miller. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away.
Right.
Chris Miller. Now a little dribbler here off to the right side of the mound. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Chris Miller. This is hit sharply to the left side. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. As that'll push his hitting streak up to 7 games now. Out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start here in the bottom half of inning number 8. And this likely won't help much as the first pitch of the inning is hit on the ground to short. On to first is Desmond, and that's in time for the first.
Against the wall on the warning track. A spectacular catch, and the Dodgers win.
One of the strangest finishes you'll ever see.
And it would appear we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll try to get something started with the bases empty and 2 away.
Springing to the top of the wall, he hauls it in.
Are you kidding me?
There are few better places in America to spend an afternoon than this place right here. And before we close in on first pitch, a look at the starting lineups here for the finale. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center, but this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out. Chris Miller.
A little more. Day game, ball will be jumping, so you got to keep that ball in the park today.
Blunt retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. Chris Miller.
Get him yourself right here. Let's go, baby.
Now a fastball, and he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Martin. 1-1 pitch is in the air now out to left field. Miller is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Chris Miller. Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. And no problem. Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Miller is back near the ivy as he makes the catch for the first out.
The first.
And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. Miller has to range back a ways, but he makes the catch in front of the ivy for out. Chris Miller will stand in. And this is in the dirt as it's swung on and missed, but this should be a pretty straightforward play to first. And the throw is in time. And now a ball hit fairly well here out to the deep part of left field. And he will make the catch just shy of the track in the end.
Runner out. Now a throw to first, a throw back to second. Triple play. It's a triple play. They got a triple play. An amazing triple play.
Nighttime skies over Wrigley Field on the north side of Chicago. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. And now this is swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Miller will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Chris Miller will get his first opportunity. Swing, hard hit ball to second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record. Chris Miller. A check of Castro, and now the pitch. Oh, this is hit hard towards second. But this is hauled in by the second baseman.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had to get up for that one. Sometimes the leap is a little bit more showy, but not here. He was up there a good 2 or 3 feet to pull it in.
Chris Miller will step in now.
If he'd chase. But now with the count even, I think this one has to be in the strike zone because you don't want to run the...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the 50. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. And a fastball swung on and hit in the air to left. Miller is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
He winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Brian Dozier will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Chris Miller will stand in for his shutout in the last inning. Any surprise that he's back out there for the 8th?
Well, if it's me, I think I let the bullpen try and take me home, but he might have said something between innings that made his manager change his mind, so he's back out there.
Here's a fastball that swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Miller is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire.
Here's the throw. Wow. It is out. The Buccos win it. Raise the Jolly Roger. They waved home Shearholtz. He's thrown out at the plate. The Buccos.
It's been 100 years of baseball and counting at this place, and the charm hasn't faded a bit at venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. And as we draw ever closer to first pitch here this afternoon, let's get a look at today's starting lineups. Chris Miller will stand in. Another 0-2. Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. But the recovery throw will be in time to first. A good job. And this is in the air now, out to left. Miller has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. Changed up on him there, but it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall. Here's a fastball that swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Miller has to range back a ways, but he makes the catch in front of...
Feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
But this will be taken easily at first, and there are 2 gone. And now a swing and a ball hit in the air out to left field. Miller will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first.
The first one, I mean, this place, it can play like 2 totally separate ballparks from one day to the next.
Miller has to range back a ways, but he makes the catch in front of the ivy for out number 2.
Sometimes, just run it up there. Let him hit it.
2-2 one more time. And a swing as this is hit the other way out toward left field. Davis is over toward the line a bit as he takes it for the first out. Chris Miller.
This is where you need to pounce.
Here he comes, 3-1. And a swing and a bouncing ball back up the middle. Throw on to first gets him, and that means the Cubs are down to their final out now.
More dramatic than this one right here, right now. A strike away and out away is Homer Bailey. Ground ball to third.
Now from 755, Hank Aaron Drive. A look at Turner Field here in Atlanta. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. Chris Miller will dig in for the first. Check on Fowler. Now here it comes. Swinging a ball hit hard on the ground to first. Simmons on to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. Miller has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1. And a fastball swung on and hit in the air to left. Miller is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. On a big swing there at a fastball, and he really got into it high and deep to left center field. And this is hauled in on the run for the out, and he had a lot of ground to cover to get. Chris Miller. Now a ball hit hard towards the hole. Well into the outfield turf as he makes the stop. Throw to first in time, one gone here in the fourth. Chris Miller. Now the first pitch is in the air out toward right field. Rasmus is underneath this one, and that's out number 2. Domit will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far. And a fastball that's lifted the other way out to left. Miller comes on now and puts it away for the second out of the inning. Chris Miller will stand in, and they
nobody on. He's putting up a good fight.
And now he turns on a fastball here and sends it to fairly deep right field. And Rasmus will put this one away to 0-2 pitch swung on and hit in the air out to straightaway left. Miller is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for.
Thank you very much. What a night. 0-1 to Pagan. Pagan hits one high and deep to right. Kadir back. It is off the bottom of the wall, and it kicks away.
Second to pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air to left center field. Span of the run. On the run way back. He does. He